With the Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes already confirmed by Remedy Games, obviously Remedy, absolutely incredible. I love this studio and I cannot wait, obviously, for a number of their games like, Alan Wake 2. I can't wait to see that whole world because, it reminds me a lot of Max Payne. It reminds me that dark, gritty style that they created with Max Payne 1 and 2, and I cannot wait for the remake to come out and release to the world. But that being said, let's talk about Max Payne 4. This is the continuation that I would love to see, and we're starting to get a little bit of some talk about this and rumblings about Max Payne 4 and the possibility of it in the future. So let's talk about it. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about Max Payne 4 in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So guys, in an article coming to us from Artur Novienko of Gfinity, third-person shooters have been one of the most popular game genres for decades. It's no surprise since there are many successful titles in this genre. One of the most popular series of third-person shooters is Max Payne from Rockstar Games. In the game, you have to play as Max Payne and kill all the goons that stand in your way. Of course, there will be a lot of them. Throughout 3 games, we watch the protagonist's revenge and its consequences after losing his family. The last entry came out more than a decade ago, so many fans are curious about the Max Payne 4 release date. So Max Payne 3 was released in 2012. After more than a decade, we still haven't seen the continuation of the series. Many players are wondering if it is worth waiting for at all. It is rather difficult to answer this question since Rockstar has not spoken about the Max Payne series for a while. Therefore, we believe that the players are unlikely to ever see the new adventures of the grizzled detective. And I disagree with this because I believe that our voice matters, guys. If we want to see a continuation of Max Payne, we can echo this thing into existence, similar to what happened with the Dead Space franchise. Dead Space was in a limbo state or a state of no return, and we as the community really wanted a new one made, and lo and behold, we got a Dead Space remake, and Dead Space now is back in a major way. So I think the same thing can be said for something like Max Payne. Also, an important reason for this is the ending of Max Payne 3. Our protagonist survived, and in theory, new adventures can await him. But Max has gone through too much. It is difficult to count how many enemies he has killed and how many bullets he has taken. In all 3 parts, we watched how the personality of the hero changed. In the last cutscene, Max can finally relax on the beach, not thinking about how to dodge bullets and how to get revenge. So I just think, though, guys, that Max Payne, there's still so much more for him to do. Even though, yes, the way that Max Payne 3 ended, it kind of left him like, he could just chill on the beach, kind of ride off into the sunset. But I feel that there's still so much here to this story to draw him right back into it. I believe that Max Payne could definitely come back into the fray. There is no doubt about it. It's not all doom and gloom, though. In 2022, Remedy announced full-scale remakes of the first 2 Max Payne games in agreement with Rockstar Games. While it may not count as a proper sequel, we'll get to see the first 2 games in glorious HD. And what's awesome about this, guys, is that if we ever got a Max Payne 4, if the Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes do really good, I believe we will see a Max Payne 4 absolutely similar to like Dead Space got a remake, and now the talk is that Dead Space 4 is going to be coming out amongst a multitude of other games. I believe if Max Payne 1 and 2, the remakes, do an awesome job, I believe that we're going to be getting a Max Payne 4. It's just a matter of time. And Remedy Games is the best to do something like this. I believe even better than Rockstar to do a Max Payne 1 and 2 remake because they've already done it before. And I think that these remakes could be something really special. And who knows, maybe Remedy could be the ones helming a Max Payne 4. Let's make that happen, guys. So at the moment, there is no news about the development of Max Payne 4, but we cannot deny that perhaps in a couple of years, Rockstar Studios will release the 4th game. Therefore, below we have collected 5 things we would love to see in the new Max Payne. So a noir style. The first 2 Max Payne games were incredibly atmospheric thanks to their noir style. However, in the 3rd part, the developers missed this, which made the game look worse. Therefore, if Max Payne 4 ever comes out, it must be in a noir style. 100% agree with that. The multiplayer. What could be better than epic bullet time shootouts? Of course, these are bullet time shootouts with a friend. In a new Max Payne game, we would like to see the multiplayer similar to the 3rd part because the multiplayer there is incredibly fun. And I agree 100% with that as well. Fascinating detective story. Of course, the Max Payne series is loved for its exciting gameplay, but without a story, all those fights would get boring very quickly. Since Max has become almost a police legend, the developers have many opportunities to create an exciting story in Max Payne 4. And so with this, guys, I would love to see them go back to that comic book style that we got, like especially with Max Payne 1. I thought that's something that really made it very dark, gritty, and it just like the having all of the voiceovers and just the, you know, the bullet time that we got in that original game. I can't wait to play it, of course, with Max Payne 1's, you know, remake that we're going to be getting from Remedy, but I think they could go so much deeper in a Max Payne 4. Environment destructibility. So an indicator of a good shooter is how much recoil a weapon has and what marks it leaves on some on game objects. In all parts, Remedy has historically tried to make as many destructible objects as possible. We would like to see something on the level of Control, because it's been a decade since we last saw environmental destruction in a Max Payne game. And then more locations. The main gameplay in the Max Payne series is shootouts. It is why level design is so important. So we would like to see at least a few dozen huge locations where you can use different strategies to defeat the enemies in the new game. From high rises to open outside areas, we want even more variety. And I 100% agree with it, guys. I can't disagree with any one of those. I just believe that if we as a community come together to, whether it's on social media, Reddit, things of that nature, going to the developers, going to Remedy to try to get a Max Payne 4 made, we can echo this thing into existence. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about it. We're going to be making a lot of Max Payne content in the future. Let me know, guys. Let's talk about it. And for more Max Payne 4 content and videos, keep it here with zrotv.